All right, guys. Well, I am here. Just had to finish up the other one. Let me know if you are here. We can actually start with that. And of course, I can take the headphones out because the technology still does not yet exist for me to hear you back. That would be wild and a little unsettling. This is Boop. Not many comments here yet because this show just began. So let's get back over to this one. Okay, here we go. How is everybody? I guess today's not the best day to be asking that question. I apologize. That was insensitive. So let's take a look here. Ooh, quite a few comments. And we will get to as many as we would like. If you guys need more, I mean, we can go long if we need to. We're starting 13 minutes late. And we're going to keep it civil. I made a video this morning talking about unity. Let's not be sore losers. Let's not be sore winners. Let's just not be sore. Let's work on the future. I enjoyed that conversation. I'm glad Richard Hoffman was able to join us. I've only seen him a few times around, but I find his contributions well-reasoned and interesting. Yeah. All right. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Let's stay on topic and leave a like. DRK, thank you so much for that kind suggestion. That's a good one. I want an Optimus now. I can't wait until 2030. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think they're going to arrive quicker than many realize. Casey Green is in the house. Hello, Casey. Let's see. The Xiaopeng robot promo video looked really slick. Xiaopeng just broke ground on their flying car factory. You broke ground on it? You're actually going to build them? Okay, let's see what happens. I'm hoping for a pullback. Still got some dry powder. Yeah. I'm enjoying the green in my account. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Have I missed something important? So there was news over the... Yes. Let's see. And of course, welcome to all the folks who are here. Highlander and Matt and DRK and Digital Blade, I think I saw. And yeah, Scott is here. That's all great. Let's see. Hey, all. Howdy. Hello, Matt. Let's see. Okay. Are you on both streams like me? Matt. Yeah. So we multi-stream it. It goes out on Nick's channel, my channel, Herbert's channel, and then on at least two of our X accounts, if not all three. Highlander is here. Well, I don't know if he's here, but he was in there. I am not wearing my Kindness is Free shirt that he gave me. I'm wearing this one from the Los Angeles Owners Club. Don't forget to hit the like. And guys, if you have questions, get them in, because I will be addressing all the questions that come in on the comments for this video and doing my best on these other ones. Okay. We got to get to some actual real ones. 222. Let's hit 300. Fun. Let's see. I don't know what the definition of corruption was. I don't recall the context for that. If you're still around, Rob, you can tell me. Elon got the cheapest lobby money. I don't know what he spent. Someone had asked in one of the comments, how much did Elon spend on that election? Rumors range from a couple million to 140 million, but it's very cheap if you consider that if the incoming president has the opportunity to somehow persuade the court in Delaware to find in his favor, it would be the cheapest investment of all time. It's going to affect my sister's ability to buy a Model 3. That's unfortunate. Tesla might not need the incentive, but if Elon's grand goal is to speed up EV adoption, then don't let the incentives make sense to... Yeah, don't the incentives make sense to help the legacy companies make the move? Removing the incentives in the US at this time would have an impact. And removing the battery manufacturing credit would hurt Tesla the most. It would hurt Tesla almost exclusively at this point. So that's... Yeah, I thought we were avoiding politics. David, I do my best. But this is the only thing anyone is able to talk about today on account of the election. I don't enjoy politics. I enjoy policy. I think policy is important. But politics, am I okay? Oh, because I was making funny faces while the other guys were talking. Elon has a very big megaphone. If Mitch McConnell opposes Elon's cuts, Elon hosts a town hall meeting in Kentucky that is broadcast live on X. That's terrifying. Don't advocate that. Don't advocate that. That's awful. Oh my gosh. You can oppose someone's cuts. That's an opinion you're free to have. If you have data that supports that this cut is wrong, don't threaten and intimidate people. That's a terrible, terrible strategy. I can't support that at all. Just in general, Tesla won't be throttled down by various entities as much. So close to 300. Hello, chat people. Thanks, video people. My guess is the IRA credit will stay, but made in USA requirement will get a lot tighter. Maybe be dropped to 5,000 instead of 7,500. I think 5,000 would be reasonable. I think 7,500 is a little overly generous. That's just my opinion. I don't know. The made in USA requirement was originally a genuinely made in USA, but it had to be expanded to include free trade partners because that's how the free trade agreements were written. We have treaties with these countries that we are legally obligated to honor. So I don't know how it all works. And the mineral requirement on the batteries, it's all very complicated. And I know, a lot of people I know in real life are holding off on buying their Cybertruck because it doesn't qualify for the $7,500 credit. Would they pull the trigger if we've determined that it's gone forever, that it's never happening? Maybe. Some definitely can't. Some need that for their down payment. So, I don't know. It's hard to think that that the batteries being made in Nevada get a manufacturing credit. The batteries made in Texas almost certainly qualify for the battery manufacturing credit. But that's a huge chunk of money. That's a huge chunk of money. That is roughly equivalent to the domestic profit margin. If that's gone, Tesla either sells at no margin or raises prices. The idea that Tesla could raise prices and not lose volume is mistaken. We know because they keep lowering prices to increase sales. We are not at capacity. There is excess capacity. So it's going to be Tesla, BYD, and other Chinese manufacturers, Tata, and maybe Kia Hyundai dominating the world markets. Same for battery production. Possible. What? Oh, working. Just sold all my Tesla shares now based on your conversation. Okay. In the future, I would say don't do that. Don't take anything people on the internet say as financial advice. That's, I have disclaimers about that. I am a long-term holder. That's my entire strategy. Dan Ives is 100% correct. The Democrats would have held up self-driving for at least another couple years for no reason. It's already approved. So that's incorrect. It's already approved. It's already happening. It is happening today in a number of markets. You don't get to selectively target individual companies. That's not how the law works. I don't know who told you that. Not true. I don't want to see the tax credits repealed. Yeah. So you're a short. I don't know who that's in regards to. I don't think any of the three of us are short sellers. I don't know for sure. But maybe you mean short term. And I don't know their investment strategies. Let's see. My wife has refused to buy me to buy a Tesla. I know I have a friend who is in the same situation. Brian looks strange, like a man who thinks he knows everything. Much, much better. Brian, you're an intelligent sleeper. Hey, man. All right. I know a number of things. And if you want to hear my perspective, I am glad that you're here. And if you don't want to hear my perspective, hey, man, zoom out. She's the man of the house. Hey, man, we all got to keep the peace in our homes. We just gotta. This is how it works. we are getting through these nice and quick. I'm not even going to look at the time because we're just going to get through them because the show ran long. He's up on the fanboy stuff, Herbert. Ford just released some very attractive EVs in Europe, the Explorer and the Capri, to which someone later said those are based on the Volkswagen platform. Those were not US designs. Those are rebadged, which is interesting. They do look pretty good. Volkswagen is working very aggressively to get their electric numbers up. They have the highest electric sales of any European car maker. That is something. It's not nothing. Let's see. Interesting because it's governments that plan cities, then developers step up to realize the plans. Yeah, it's designed and made by Ford in Germany. Is it? Well, it may be jointly designed, but I thought it was on the Volkswagen platform. Yeah, Volkswagen platform. Oh, there we go. Yes. That's funny. I am arguing with you and you because you, right. I understand now. Thank you, Curious Sand. What's an update on the Delaware judge? Yeah. We shouldn't have to wait until the end of the year to find out what's going on in Delaware. And I think somebody said that they just held it until after the election. What are you doing, Judge? What are you doing? Why did this take so many years in the first place? If I took that long at my job, I hope I'd be fired. You already know what you're doing, right? Like, what's the holdup? Don't talk. Live is canceled, and I won't watch 24/7 videos, so I warned you. Okay. They won't care. Trump should give Elon a presidential pardon day one. Pardons require an admission of guilt. If Elon's committing a crime and he knows he's committing a crime, don't commit the crime. That's not a good strategy. Better to do things that don't require a pardon. Where is Elon quitting his companies coming from? The amount of time, I think this was answered later in the show, but the answer being that it's a big time commitment to do something like this, at least to do it effectively, and that there could be a conflict of interest. Yeah, he would only have to quit if he takes an actual cabinet seat, I believe. If he's part of a committee, shouldn't be a problem. I think that that's correct, Anthony. He's already been on committees. You invite people from all kinds of businesses, from all kinds of industries, because they're experts in their field. They're not required to leave, that company to come in and give advice on that industry. That'd be crazy. But if he's going to be doing it's an advisory role. That means it's a cabinet position, but Elon calls it a department. I'm not aware of a framework for a whole department to exist, a whole new department to just be spun out of thin air. And it ignores a lot of the realities of politics, like we talked about early on. You're elected now go make some laws. We'll see what they actually do. Let's talk about that woke Judge McCormick in Delaware. Let's get pressure on her to resign and get the hell out of the judicial system. We don't need crooked woke judges in this country. That's mental illness. Knock that off. I don't want that on my channel ever. I only know woke from the lawsuit in Florida where the governor's DeSantis's own lawyers they were required by the judge to come up with a definition. The definition that the Republican lawyers came up with to give to the judge was recognizing systemic injustice and working to correct it. If that's what woke means to, I don't know what woke means to you. Is it gluten? Is it something you just don't like? Running judges out, pressure on her to resign. No, if she did wrong, censure, follow the legal process. Cancel cultures needs to stop, man. We don't cancel everything we hate. Oh my God. Woke. Come on, man. You got to zoom out. You got to look at what's actually going on if you want to have good advice, if you want to have a good understanding of what's actually going on. Just calling things a term that you don't like. It's like people who call everything communist. It doesn't mean anything if everything is communist. It's like people who call everyone Nazis. How do you think that makes grammar Nazis feel? Not well, I imagine. Elon said he doesn't want to be CEO anymore, just engineer. I hadn't heard that. We can do it faster than him. About how much did Elon invest in the election? Yeah, we don't know. Anywhere from a couple million to tens of millions or more. We don't know. I'd be curious to find out. Would Elon be leaving? Would Elon leaving be something shareholders would have to vote on? No. No, I don't think it would be illegal to require shareholder approval for a person to leave a company. I don't think that would be something that would happen. I see now. Nick, take your hat off. More oil means more independence for the U.S. when Iran is no longer producing. Oh my God. I don't know what you're doing on my channel. I don't know what about my channel made you think that. Okay. What if you replace 40% of the welfare check with direct food trade? I can't speak to the impacts of that. What I can say is that I don't think that would pass. I don't think that would pass. Nick is more interested in being contrary. Okay. We're just about done. This comment, Brian, is absolutely correct. It was, I think, in reference to the difficulty of actually making cuts because it would have to go through Congress, and Congress wouldn't approve it. They just wouldn't approve it. Every politician since forever has run on eliminating waste, fraud, and abuse. And somehow we still have waste, fraud, and abuse. How does that happen? Because recognizing a problem is very different than addressing it. They're always working to address those things. Those measures are always in place. It's just their effectiveness is sometimes a bit limited. We're going to jump over to these comments. This is on this video right here. And this is starting with LG saying $20. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. It is a lot of work. This is a lot of work. So getting through these comments, Grok for president. You know, it's interesting. I don't think a robot can go to jail. A robot can't hold a copyright. A robot can't get married. Certainly a robot can't be president because it's not old enough. maybe in the next 30, 40 years, we'll have a robot that is old enough. Let's see. I'm glad Elon is now close to the president, the only guy taking AI serious. Elon is taking AI serious. I don't know. I don't believe that there is a politician in the US from any party that has a real handle on what's coming with AI. I could be mistaken. I don't follow AI as closely, and I definitely don't follow politics that closely, but it takes them. I mean, AI is an emerging field, and I don't think any of them really understand what's ahead of us. U.S. Appeals Court upheld the verdict clearing Elon for the funding secured tweet. Good. That whole thing was so dumb. The harm was already done. I wonder was it the funding secure tweet? No, I don't think it was funding secured. I think it was the union tweet is what it was, where they'd said that, that he was applying undue pressure against unions, but I don't know. Okay, so there's a House and the Senate and the presidency. What are the chances of Trump getting all three? And what does it mean? I'm an outsider. It looks like he has won the presidency. I don't know if that was final, but it was, I believe, determined. Last I heard that he had taken control of the Senate, and I don't know on the House of Representatives. If someone can sound off on that, let me know. But if he controls all three, it means he can do what he wants. It means he can pass laws and there's very little that anyone could do to stop him as long as he has the support of his party. And he's very good at getting his party to do what he wants them to do. So what it also means is no excuses. If you said you're going to do a thing, do it. There's no one to blame if you don't do it, but I guess yourself. Let's see. Dennis from the Netherlands. Might more Republicans buy Tesla now with Elon being more popular? Could, until they stop rolling coal on Teslas, I'm not going to believe it. I haven't seen, the conservatives I know who are big on Tesla have always been big on Tesla before Elon. Before Elon liked Trump, before Trump liked Elon. Because Trump did not like Elon, and Elon did not like him. But for some reason, that shifted. So could it shift? Yeah. Not overnight. The charging infrastructure doesn't exist in the same way in the red areas, in the Republican-leaning areas, and it takes time to build. And Trump has vowed to cut that funding. Sorry for the politics questions. Yeah, you mentioned you don't enjoy them. The election's over. The animosity is different. I told Herbert that if the election hadn't been called by today's show, I wasn't going to talk politics because all it would be is arguing and fighting. And politics is the worst. Yeah. Let's see. I was reading your rant about changing how oh, right. Need to save energy in the food supply chains, limit carbon footprint. Yeah, I think robotics is going to make food better, healthier, safer, and cheaper. I could be wrong, but one reason U.S. cotton is so valuable is because it is harvested by machines rather than by people. If you buy cotton harvested in a country where it's done by hand, you get oily fingers, you get cigarette butts, you get litter. So that is something that, if robots are working in the kitchen, they don't sneeze on your food. So I think it's all a great possibility. There are already agricultural machines that will roll down the aisle and with AI laser off the bugs or the weeds. Maybe not the bugs, but I know the weeds. It'll kill the weeds with lasers. No herbicides. That would be great. Your economist never gave out a number about how long it takes for an immigrant to make a certain amount of money. I don't know what that's about. Let's see. Smash that like button. Thank you, Rob. Or dislike button. Doesn't matter. It is decorative. Are the carbon credits able to be repealed by the U.S.? In the U.S., maybe. I don't know the framework for that. But carbon credits exist all over the world, and Tesla would continue earning them in other countries. So I don't know. I assume that the carbon credits are tied to those EPA standards, and that a relaxing of EPA standards would make the carbon credits go away. Could you imagine if the carbon credits went away and the battery credits went away, the prices on a Tesla would go up. They would just go up, or the company would just go negative, go use the mega pack business to try and offset losses in automotive. How soon will Judge McCormick change her mind? So here's my prediction, and this is based on nothing. Judge McCormick can't change her mind because the verdict's already been rendered. What she can do is adjust the award amount. She could say that the award, that yes, you're guilty, and the award amount is $1 million. That would be within her bounds to do, or something nominal like that, where the plaintiffs would just be fuming mad. But you know what? The plaintiffs are ambulance chasers. Elon won't be able to accomplish anything because of it. Because all the industries were waiting for innovation, innovative ideas to simplify, make cheaper, innovate. In practice, everyone is focusing on the same thing. All industries where cuts were needed in overspending. I don't get it, but I believe you. If you were to decide tariff increase, what is your 5 years implementation to remove it? I don't support most tariffs that I've seen. Tariffs affect the consumers in ways that are potentially deeply troubling. We are going to have problems with solar panels and batteries for both Megapack and automotive. It's going to stifle a transition to cleaner energy, and I hope that they are normalized a little bit better. Let's see. According to CNN, the GOP is 11 seats shy of House control. Okay, thank you. Who is this? My good buddy Lex, who sometimes is nice to me. That's a sign of a true friend. You trust CNN? Yes. Why would CNN lie about that? Hit the like button. I concur. Once humanoid robots hit the scene, food will get cheaper and high quality. Yeah, I think that's accurate. Now, somebody had said on, I think, Herbert's channel. Oh, I didn't get to Herbert's chat. Oh, my gosh. Well, we've got a few minutes left. Do you guys want me to keep going or stop? It's up to you. Someone had said on Herbert's channel that it would be... Lex is saying, I'm feeling nice today. Someone had said on Herbert's channel that on the chat on his show that Trump would be friendly to automation. And apparently that's not necessarily the case. We can see this here. Donald Trump called self-driving cars concerning hours before the event. And he has said that on Thursday called the idea of autonomous vehicles concerning. Let's see. Do you like autonomous? Does anybody like an autonomous vehicle? Some people do. I don't know. A little concerning to me. I don't know. The autonomous vehicles, we're going to stop from operating on American roads, Trump said Thursday. This is October 10th. So I don't know, man. I don't know why you would think that that he's automatically good for it. The evidence doesn't appear to support that. Now, maybe he was just saying that, but you got to take someone at their word, I suppose. How might immigration be flipped to encourage the highly trained and productive versus the criminal and burdensome? I don't know. The idea, a lot of people say, even Nick said, end, the scourge of illegal immigration. How? You think no one's thought of that? Everyone's thought of it. How do you stop it? I don't think you do. You address it. One of the objectives of NAFTA back in the day was to make Mexico sufficiently prosperous that there was no need for them to immigrate anymore. I don't know if that was effective, but it was apparently one of the objectives. Yeah, I don't know. I know there are people on YouTube who have said, I think this is great because Trump will take a tough on crime approach. And I said, well, federal crime or like state, like which crimes? Because the president's hands are tied on a lot of those. If that doesn't come to pass, I hope people don't blame Trump for it because there's a limit to which he's able to enact such policies. But he still said them. So I'm not sure. I think we'll wind this down in a couple minutes here because there are, 10 million comments left. And some of the ones on Herbert's channel were read like mental illness, and I don't wish to address them. Although this is interesting. Sounds like Nick is not all in on Tesla. I don't know. I haven't asked him, but I assume he's not. I assume he's diversified. I assume he's looking at different companies, different angles, trying to get different things going. I think that's how it's going. Elon companies do more in a month than some companies do in a year. Without a doubt. Without without a doubt. More importantly, Elon companies do things that no other company does. Hey, as soon as you solve this, everyone's going to solve it. So being first might not help you. It's been 9 years since since SpaceX landed their first orbital class booster successfully. You know how many companies and agencies and entire governments have successfully copied that so far? Zero. Zero. So it's not just that they do good things. It's that sometimes they're the only people doing good things. And worth mentioning that SpaceX is already saving the government so much money. Oh, they get billions in subsidies. They get billions in contracts based on the awards for services required. They should send Optimus to Mars and program them to set up the base on the way there. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we'll just jump back to this show's chat. I try to get to the different shows chats. Is this the right one? But time is limited. I do focus on the chat on my own show over the others because you guys are here and you're more likely to be in the show. But I try and focus on all of them. It's just there are so many. Let's see. Let's see. I think we got a couple here. Yes, Highlander saying hello to Crunch. Highlander and Crunch, two people I've met in real life. Let's see. And Highlander is interviewing with Tesla Nevada. Somebody's got to make those batteries. Let's see. They asked me what I know about the financial system. I'd say nothing. Let's see. All right. Ain't that NASA? Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Oh, I'm sorry if your week is going badly. It is not the end of the world. We'll be fine. Not everyone will be fine. Regardless of who becomes president, somebody would determine rightly that they lost, that they are a big loser in the equation. In this case, you can surmise who will not be in as good of a position in 4 years, and you can probably surmise it with reasonable accuracy. I think that may also be true of if the election had gone the other way. There is no everybody wins scenario that I've ever seen, but I think it's possible in the future. I think it's possible to get there. Maybe not with humans. Maybe humans are the flaw in politics. I don't know. What did I miss? What did I misunderstand? Leave it. You know what you're doing. Stay tuned and juicy, and I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots when my lemon tree finally comes to harvest.